Hi, everybody. Love all of you so much. I want one of you guys to walk away with something for Mother's Day or something for just because you're wonderful. This is the second necklace. It's just the gold chain. I think these are so pretty, and they come in these beautiful suede pouches. So they're just super easy to give as a gift. And they're having a fantastic sale. So I'll put a link in my shop mine in case anybody wants to buy anything. They have charms, they have necklaces. There's some really cute styles of things. Like you can go like sterling silver or 14 karat gold. It's your first year in Chicago snowed on Mother's Day. Really? My mom's rule has been Mother's Day from the time that I can remember. She gets her flowers for Mother's Day, and then they get planted. It's just always been like that. Mother's Day, and she gets her flowers. She'll go and there's a sale that they have at this place, and they'll do her planters for her. It's so cute. She and my dad get really into it. Such cute stuff though, and really reasonably priced. And I'm just excited for one of you guys to win this. So, because these are so beautiful and so special, we are going to do a giveaway. And you guys are going to do hashtag best group. Okay, so right now, everybody hashtag best group. That's too long. Let's change that. Let's just do best. It's less typing. Hashtag best to enter. Go for it. Everybody get your thingies in, and then I'm going to see how to do this.
Hi, my name is Gage, and I'm one of the founders of StringUp. I'm excited to announce that we've just released a...
Okay, that's nice. Okay, everybody in the chat, type in hashtag best. Hashtag best to enter. Everybody. Okie dokie. Come on, guys. Everybody's entering. You all deserve beautiful jewelry. Hashtag best. Molly, Felice, Jacqueline. Come on, guys. Put your hashtags in there. I don't know. Where is everyone? Should we wait a little bit? Fine. I'm leaving these out because I do not want to forget again. I've forgotten like 6 times. They're right here. They're going nowhere. All right. Shop at this wonderful store. It's great. Hashtag best. As long as it's in here, it's going to be great. I will do it. We'll wait for like Holly to show up and the little latecomers. Lisa usually is a little late. I'll let everybody join. So I don't know why I can sell clothing at my friend's store. Like I dress people and they come in and I can fit people for jeans, and like I'm good with different body types because I've been super heavy and thin. Like I've been all of it. And I love it. Like I don't have a problem putting clothes on people, like it's just so easy. But when it comes to being online here, it's been very, very hard for me because it feels almost wrong to like make it into like an advertisement. Like I'm not selling people makeup. Like if you like something that I show you and you like to shop it, that is fantastic. The money goes into, the channel, and my husband appreciates it very much. Let's just say that. But I'm also a teacher, and I love teaching. And the thing I loved most about teaching was that I was a very different kind of teacher. I was not the one who knew exactly what was going to happen every day in every minute. It was planned, but I also listened to the kids and saw what direction they were going in and followed them. And I never taught the same year twice, even though I taught for almost 15 years. I think everybody learns differently. Everybody needs things in a different way. Everybody needs to demonstrate what they know in a different way. We all have learning styles that are innate, and we use the things that help us now. If you're an auditory learner, if you learn by listening, you are seriously one of the only ones, because most kids can't learn just by hearing something. They're all over the place. They watch and they listen. But the most important thing you can do is let them in. Like, you got to let the kids in, and they have to be hands-on, and you have to share. And I never pretended to know everything. I didn't know. I knew a lot of weird Trivial Pursuit stuff. Like at the end of the year, I'd be like, did you know that the father penguin is the one that has to be, with the egg underneath? That kind of stuff. If it was a penguin year, that's great. But some years it wasn't a penguin year. Some years it was a dolphin. Some years it was a whale. Sometimes, there were so many things that happened, and everything changes, and you have to follow what the kids want to do. And so I taught university classes. I taught teachers. I had student teachers. I was at a school where we created the first literacy magnet school. We got rid of all the textbooks, and we brought in real literature, and we did amazing things. And education is a pendulum swing, and it has swung completely in the other direction. And I did not recognize how much it had changed until I was back in it. And it just does not suit me. And I can't be part of that. But I guess there was a part of me that was still missing some of that. And I found it in beauty. Like, I found a love of beauty, and I love learning about it and finding out things and discovering and trying and all the stuff. And then I love to come here and talk to all of you and see what you're doing, what you're loving, what you're seeing, what's important to you, the things you're excited about. And we all here share that love. Like, we share that love of beauty. I am going to be expanding to long form videos, but I'm not getting rid of lives. Tuesdays are set live. This is ours. This is not going to change. There will be another live that I do that will be something that people can join. But this is different. This is you guys. I really got on like a skincare, I don't know what to call it, extravaganza. the amount of products that I have tried will probably not, it's a lot. And they're all on the list. Let me back up. Let me show you. I want to show you what I've been doing. I have been trying to figure out for so long how to make sense of just literally everything. I want to pull up the HTML files. Bless you. You guys hear my husband sneezing in the other room? Okay. Is it in here? I might have to download this again. Why is this saying it won't open the file? Okay. I think I figured it out. Okay. Yes, I figured it out. Okay, yeah, here. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. This is going to take me 1 minute. My son would be appalled. Okay. Darn it. You're way behind and you're watching everything at 2 times speed. How many weeks of the year do kids go over here? Kids do 180 days in a chair, like school days. So it's pretty much they get out like in late May, early June and go back late August. What about there, Maria? How long are they off? Why can't I open these? All right. This is just so me that this happened. 12 weeks off a year plus public holidays, so 13 plus. I want to say that it's 40 weeks. Hi, Lisa. 5 or 6 weeks over Christmas. Wow, that's a lot. And 2 to 3 breaks over the year. 5 or 6 at Christmas is nice. We didn't have that. We had 2 weeks. Okay. If I have this here, I should have it here. That would be a no. Okay. Well, it's not going to be decorative, but it's going to be there. Okay. I just want to speak from the heart anyway. Okay. So it's been a lot of weird little things lately have been making me feel like I'm getting older. And it's not like one thing generally, but it's just been kind of like this, I don't know, this feeling, this time that's a weird time of life where you're kind of balancing between the kids and, you know, the adults, and we're the grown-ups now. It feels weird. But I wanted to do something that genuinely felt like work. Like, I loved researching, I loved learning, I loved reading books, and I feel like we've gotten so far away from that. Oh, Maria, you're so sweet. School days 9 to 3. I think we're turning the air conditioning on, guys. Hello. Just gonna close the door. Give me 1 second. Sorry, you guys. He did not know that I was on the computer. He just goes, "Are you going out tonight or something?" And I was like, "No." You're a teacher in Canada? You're having a hard time where education is right now. I know. Students don't have to read whole books anymore. Parts of books will do. That does not make me feel okay. I have a master's degree in reading. I have a real problem with it. It's not even the AI, because at some point, something's going to happen where people are going to have to function without all of this. And we did just fine. So I worry that there's just too much uniformity to reach every kid when they're teaching the way that they're teaching right now. The expectation is just so, it's not kind. You teach high school. We don't ask kids to read anymore. Really? No novel? Are you an English teacher? I would have such a problem with that. I think that my entire teaching was built around books, everything. I have a library downstairs of books that you would not believe. I gave away like all of my teacher stuff at some point to, different kids that I knew that were becoming teachers. And I have like a bazillion books downstairs. When I went back, though, it felt like I was walking into like another dimension, because everything that we fought so hard against was coming back. and all the young people wanted it. They wanted to just read from a manual and give the kids tests that were made and not have to like work and think and pivot and talk to kids. And I mean, my kids were on the floor. They were doing, it was like they were learning, and there was so much going on, and it was fantastic. And I loved it. And it was an amazing time of my life. Most of us were young, single. This was like our 24/7 day and night thing, but it was important work. And I think that the beauty community has gotten so big, and there are so many people talking about products, and there's got to be like different types of content within beauty that people want to follow. It's not just, like how many Sephora sale things can you click past in one day? I went and looked today, and it was like, look what I bought at Sephora. What did you buy at Sephora? This is what I bought at Sephora. I haven't even gotten a Sephora order yet. Have you? I did order that eyeliner though, Molly. The blue sparkly one. I'm excited. I hope that the swatches that I showed you guys were helpful, and I hope that people feel good about their purchases, and that you all love everything that you got. It's nice when things are on sale, but honestly, Memorial Day is coming. There's already like Mother's Day sales going on right now. Like my Sama is 25% off. You guys, Lola blankets. I don't think I've talked enough about Lola blankets lately. Let me grab a Lola blanket. This is one of my Lola blankets. They are the most delicious, just scrumptious, stretchy, curve around you, just enough weight. I have a weighted one also. We have these like in every room, Twice a year, they do 50% off. And one of the times is right now. These are outrageously expensive blankets. And to get 50% off on them is amazing. They even make one that's big enough for a king size bed now, which is crazy. They're heavy. The colors are amazing. They literally pay 4%. Like, this is not a big sale thing for me, but I'm telling you, like, this is worth the purchase. This has changed our whole vibe of blankets in the house. And I love this one because it's the same color as our dog. Anyway, they are half off. So if you go on their website, you can see there's 50% off of them. And they have pet ones too. They have dog beds. Very cute. You got to call your mom in Michigan. You'll be back later. Okay. I don't shop much at Sephora, but I did order online for pickup. I picked it up today. My favorite purchase was the Dior Stick Foundation. It's very good. I know Maria loves that one. Maria talks about that one. My problem with the Dior is that I don't have a color match. They don't go pink enough for me. And the bronzers are super warm. Although, did I tell you guys that I got the bronzer to work from Dior? I will show you during halftime. When we go to the bathroom, I will grab all that stuff. Okay, anyway, long story short, I decided that skincare is out of control right now. I feel like we are bombarded every single day with like, do this, take that, none of this, none of that. We're going to say aging. We're going to say mature. We're not going to say this. It's like, I understand like Gen X is having their moment and everybody's finally realizing that we're here and that we'd like to buy some products, and I get it. But there's just so much skincare out there. It feels like it's like a sea. It's like, I have no idea what's even out there anymore. Like, I don't even know what most people are doing. You don't see cohesive plans that are about you personally, like yours, your own skincare plan. And I think skincare is something that's so personal. I mean, first of all, you have a color of skin. You have an age of your skin. You have discoloration of your skin. You have wrinkles, fine lines, nasolabial folds. We've got eyebrows. We've got lashes to deal with. There's just a lot of stuff. And they want to give us like a cream or a scrub or a toner or a this or a that or a spray. And it's like, how do you even know anymore what anything is? And just because it says like niacinamide on it, does that really mean that I'm getting the niacinamide at a level that's going to make a difference on my skin? Or are they just what they like to call fairy dusting the ingredients, where it's like, yeah, there's a little of that there. Skincare is a big question mark. You know, I walked into like one of those bigger Sephora's where they have like the whole back of the stores, like all skincare, and they have like stands and everything. And I was just kind of like looking at all the shelves. And after that, I left and I went to the Korean market and looked there and looked on all of the shelves. And I'm like, how in the world can anybody make a decision or choice about anything anymore when it comes to skincare? I just wanted to learn about it. I wanted to do it myself. Like I wanted to find out what the deal is with skin, how it works, what am I using? Like I was just kind of like one of those turning points. And I think it was around the time that I started thinking about doing microneedling. So it's been a long time that I've like really taken my time to do the real work and the real research and actually read about this stuff and try to come up with a way to communicate it that makes sense for everybody. And I can tell you all, like, this spray is freaking amazing. And I will probably say this forever because there isn't anything better. But maybe not for you. If you don't like the way skincare feels on the skin, like I like to feel like I'm not dry. Like I like to feel hydrated. And there's other people that are like, oh no. I don't want to feel like I have anything on my skin. Like I got enough problems. I don't need like humidity and skincare. So there's choices, there's differences, there's preferences. And what works for me might not work for you. Everybody's different. I am a person who has learned over time that in the wintertime, if I'm only using hyaluronic acid as a hydrator for me, I dry up because it is so dry here in the winter that it's literally like taking the water from like the inner part of my skin to the outer. And I have to use things like beta-glucan, glycerin, like old-fashioned, think about ingredients stuff, like down to like the little. And it's tedious and it's not fun and it's not really like why we all love beauty. So I decided that I would take it on and figure out a way to share it with you. And I finally did. Like I finally figured it out. So I asked everybody to take photos of their skincare. And I don't think I was clear enough when I was talking about it. It doesn't matter if you own it, take a picture of it. You can put 4 or 5 things, up to 6 things, I would say, in a picture. Make sure the names are showing. And you're going to use them to help you with your skincare. If you haven't already taken photos, what I did was like I lined stuff up and I took pictures. And you're going to feed these. I have a whole thing. You don't have to know how to do any of this. That uses those to populate a list. And then the list will get separated out and I'll show you how that works. But I think that the skincare landscape changes a lot and quickly. And like I can remember back in 2017 when we were all like doing like all those crazy acids and stuff. And my skin was just always like on fire and it was just not doing well with all of it. I love Big Fuzzy Blankets, but we moved from Florida. Wow, I didn't realize that. It's so nice. I wanted to learn about skincare for myself too. I went to 600-hour esthetician school and you licensed in Arizona. How cool is that? I love that. My swatches are helpful. Thanks, Marianne. There's a skincare brand I'm thinking about using. Maybe I'll take pics of those. Hylunia. I don't know that one. Is it a Korean brand? I don't know that one. So there's always new ingredients coming, new technologies, like PDRN seems to kind of be like the buzz right now. But putting PDRN on your skin and having it microneedled into your skin are 2 totally different things. The new skincare buzzword is longevity. Yes, it is. Lancome is developing a whole line around longevity. I just saw Paulina Poroskova talking about longevity. It is here to stay. And honestly, it's a really good way of thinking about it. Have you ever heard of somebody who says, take the picture? You'll never be as young as you were in that moment. You think you look like crap and you're like, I don't want to take any pictures of me. And you really wish later on that you had the pictures. We are going to try to preserve what we have. The first concept of skin that I think everybody needs to know is that skincare does not do things for you. Like, you can't take collagen and put it on. It just doesn't work like that. We have to support the skin to do its own work. All of the skincare that we use is about keeping the skin in a place where it can do work. So we have to protect the outside of it. And this is what we were attacking when we all went crazy with, when we learned about acids and we were all using AHAs and BHAs and like day after day, different ones. And it was like, I've got to get new skin, got to get the old skin off. There was the whole physical versus, chemical, and the clean beauty. There were just a lot of phases that we've gone through. And I think that we're finally at a point right now where the research is showing that the most important thing about your skin is the barrier. If your outside of your skin is not protected and thriving, nothing else is going to. We're also at an age where our estrogen levels are tanking. And a lot of that bounciness that we had when we were younger isn't as bouncy anymore. You don't heal as fast. I've fallen asleep before and I'll get like those lines on my face, like from the pillow. And I'm like, it's 3:00 in the afternoon. Really? They're still there. There's just, it's a lot to take in. It's hard to figure out that what you have right now is actually not a bad thing. We want to keep it going. That's where longevity comes in. We want to keep the skin going. So the new ingredients come out, the new technologies come out, the research evolves, and like all of a sudden you're looking at your skincare and you're like, okay, not really sure what I'm supposed to do next, but I'll get that one. And it's not that there's a weakness in the whole framework. It's that I don't ever want to stop trying new things. I kind of got stuck for a while where I felt like I had to be like, I am not going to change my skincare for anything. And suddenly I got older and I was more open to it. Let me pull this up. Okay. I am going to give you guys 2 Google documents today. One of them is going to detail everything that we're going to be talking about, which is how I came to understand skincare and how I now organize my skincare routine and how you can make your own that works for you. So it's called the Intentional Beauty Skincare Framework. And I want everybody to understand that it's Ayurvedic, okay? I think the next device I'll research is microcurrent. I love microcurrents. Okay. Wrong Wrong. Okay. You're going to get two things from me. So you're going to get the steps of skincare, and I've also divided it into 4 pillars so that you can think about skincare in an organized way. No one is doing a 10-step program anymore. However, it is available to you. And the way that you need to think about it is delivery systems and textures that you like. Some people like a heavier balm. Some people like a lighter weight gel. Some people prefer nothing on their skin. Some people prefer to have it really feel like they're being held. Like I kind of like that like tightening feeling that you can get from some of the products sometimes. It's personal choice, and personal choice should be a big deal in skincare. It's like nobody knows your skin like you do. You know what you like, you know what your preferences are. Nobody's trying to take anything away from anybody or to sell you something or make you buy something that you don't have. That was not why I went about this. I went about this way because I started testing a lot of products and building routines out and started to like realize that there were some commonalities that were kind of apparent. So here is the first part. First, we're going to talk about the steps, and we're not going to talk about the jewelry. Okay, tell me if you guys can read that. Is that readable for you? It looks like it's about the size of the chat. So I want to take us all back to baseline. I know that a lot of you know this stuff, and we will zip through it, and I will give you a copy of this. I'm going to put it all together into one document. I'll give it to you as a Google Doc the next time. Oh yeah, hashtag best, you guys, at some point, because I'm going to do a giveaway. So the first step is removing your makeup, right? If you've got makeup on or sunscreen, that's got to come off first. And we like to do that without stripping the skin and irritating it. We want to get the makeup off. A lot of people use eye makeup remover or a micellar water as a pre-cleansing thing. But you want to get that stuff off because you have to clean the actual skin, which is your second cleanse. So the first cleanse is about cleaning off the dirt and yuck from outside. Then the second step is an oil cleanse. I'm sorry, it's not an oil cleanse, is something that's moisturizing and it's not going to leave any residue on your face, but it's going to clean all of your skin. It's going to remove every dead skin cell, just all the yuck of the day. We don't want to over cleanse. We don't want to get too tight. We want to be choosing things that are good for the barrier. Step 3 for us is misting. And I like to think about like a dry sponge. if you have a dry sponge and you turn the faucet on, it's going to hit the water and it's going to fly off because that sponge is like hard and it's not going to accept the water. If you soak that same sponge in water and you put it underneath, it's going to take the water in because it can get through, right? I love misting too. It makes your skincare so much more effective. Like I keep it doesn't even matter what mist you're using. If it's something that's non-irritating with no alcohol in it, you're doing great. It doesn't have to be a certain brand. I will give you guys a copy of what I've tried, or you can look at it on my ShopMy. But it's not about me. This is about you. Everybody's going to have their own journey here. I just want you guys to know like where I'm coming from. So misting before you put any layers on. I like to mist in between layers just to keep hydrating. It works for me. So step 4 is going to be your essences. And these are the drinks of water for your skin. This is the hydration. This is that drink of water. This is all of that delicious fullness that you want to have back in your skin. Like when your skin is thirsty at the end of the day, I do a thing called skin flooding. And I take as many layers of hydrating ingredients and products as I possibly can. And I just keep layering them until I finally get to the point where my skin doesn't feel super dry anymore. And I have to do that a lot in the wintertime. But it helps your skin receive everything else. So I think that's like a win. The 5th step is your treatment step. This is what is going to change your skin. So there was a period of time where they felt that you could do multiple things on one night. You could hit your retinol, you could get, some kind of anti-wrinkle thing, some kind of tightening thing, some kind of exfoliant. And it was like too much all at once happening. Your skin, it's like nothing gets through then because it just freaks out. So you have to decide what your focus is going to be each night. Don't yell at you. But all you use is micellar water at night and lately Medicaid exfoliant and then essences, serums, cream, and your skin's really smooth. Judy, what kind of yelling am I going to do? Have I yelled at people? Everybody is going to get to do whatever they are happy with, whatever they're comfortable with, whatever feels right to them, and what fits your budget. Budget is a huge factor in skincare. We have all been programmed to believe that skincare that's expensive, I'm taking this down, it's like impossible to see. Skincare that's expensive is better somehow. Like the more you spend, the better it's going to be. Not necessarily. I think I bought into that for a while. I was one of those people that was like, oh yeah, this is worth $185, this little thing. I guess I don't break out at 71. Aw. I don't miss the cystic acne, that's for sure. But I could stand to have a little more volume. I'd like some volume, please. I don't know. For me, during COVID, skincare just became that like savior of life. It was, we didn't have a whole lot to do. We had a new puppy. that we brought home the weekend that everything closed down. By the way, you guys, I'm giving a meh to these. I think they're not that hydrating. I'm gonna try it one more time. I've been trying to wear it today, putting all the colors on. I've got like all 3 of them here. I don't know. It feels kind of dry. Anyway, the 6th layer is your signal. This is what you do to send a signal to your skin that's something you want to change. Like when you hear the word peptides, that would be an example of something that would be signaling, hey, we're going to make some collagen and elastin for this lady. We have targeted certain peptides, and one of them is like a neuro relaxer 1 peptide, oligopeptide. So when you see like things with peptides, that's like saying things with, it's like a store with makeup in it. You know, like we're going to have some soup. Well, what kind of soup? Yeah, we're just going to have some soup. But there's like a million different kinds of soup. The step does not correct. It supports, it refines, it enhances. It's where you go when you want to make an improvement. It's kind of like having a skin goal. It might be that you have hyperpigmentation. It might be that you'd like some firmness. It might be that you'd like to work on some lines. There's so many things that we can do, that we can focus on, that no one else notices but us. On a positive note, as the skin thins out, the bone structure is revealed. You know, but it also gets like sunken in, and it's, I don't know, it's interesting. Okay. The 7th step is when you're going to moisturize. You're going to protect the barrier. Some people love like a heavier type of cream. Some people like a lotion, really lightweight. Some people would make just like a serum on their skin. Like today, I don't have foundation on today. Put some under eye corrector and a little concealer. And I just used the Extreme Glow, this new Wise Beauty Dewy Peptide Plumping Serum, and the Skin Glow Primer from Wise Beauty. These are like bricks, man. They are heavy. I don't know. Some days I just don't like the way foundation looks on me, and I wipe it off and I just wear like blurry things. So everybody can do whatever they want is my point. But you do have to protect your skin. When did people start talking about the skin barrier? I don't know. It's been a little while. But that's why I'm talking about this, because things have really changed. The landscape has changed. Things are different. Let me open this up on my phone because it's so much easier for me to see. Okay. At some point, you're going to need some kind of oil. And it doesn't matter if your skin is oily or if it's dry. There are oils for everyone. There are oils that will make you not make as much sebum, so that your breakouts are going to, like be less. We have small acids that can go into the pore to clean it out. Those are your BHAs. You first heard about the skin barrier when you learned that St. Ives scrub was bad for skin. Oh, Michelle, I hate oil. It's the texture. Okay, That I can get behind. Texture is a huge, huge thing for people. But there are dry oils, Rebecca. There are oils that don't even feel oily. So there's an oil for everybody. Each one of these steps does not represent the way that it used to be with the 10-step program, where you were going to have to stand there for 30 minutes, taking off one, putting this on, going next, unless you want to. Like on Sundays, when I do my skincare Sunday, I miss nothing. I do all of the things. I get it all taken care of. I do the Dermaflash. I do a cacao mask to get out whatever's in there. I do an exfoliating mask. I've got all the peach fuzz off everything. I do a super duper hydrating mask. I do my light therapy. The only thing I skip, unless I do it first, is the zip, because it can be like kind of irritating. Totally confused about people, about peptides. What in the world with all of them? Thank you. Maybe when we stripped our skin with acid, then we were like, oh, we need some skin pack a la barrier. Yes. If you put a few drops of lemon oil into any oil, it becomes a dry oil. Really? Really? I did not know that. I want to just preface this by saying, hi, I'm not a doctor. I'm not an esthetician. I'm sharing my journey with you because we're all on the same boat. And if your boat wants to go a different direction, float it, float your boat. That sounds terrific. Any advice that you get, you should get from a doctor, from a licensed esthetician, from somebody who knows what they're talking about. This is simply what I did, and I'm sharing it with all of you. When you think about skincare, there are tools that you can use. We have to learn about all of those. We've got all of these different ingredients that we're trying to figure out. And it's just like, you get to the point where you're like, I don't care. I just like the way it feels. I like the way it smells. I take off my makeup. I put this on, and that should be plenty. And that's fine. If that's what somebody wants to do, that somebody wants to do. The next person, if they're like, I'm sorry, Michelle, there are 10 steps. You got to follow them. This is what I'm doing. I'm like, hey, that's fine. You do that. I'm going to give you a process that is so incredibly tailored to you that it doesn't matter what I think, because you are going to be the one that determines what goes into your skincare. And I'm going to show you all of that after we take a quick 5-minute break. I will be right back. Okay. I am going to give everybody a Google Doc right now. It's not going to be pretty the way it's going to be on my website, but it's going to be usable. And I think it's going to feel empowering for you. It makes me feel better. Let me put all this in your hands. Okay. I'm going to put a link in the chat. Again, this is not beautiful. I'm just telling you guys it's not real pretty. It's going to be really pretty on my website. It's not pretty. This is just a Google Doc. It's just straight text. But we'll all be on the same page. I might have to open up the permissions. Hang on. If you can't open it, tell me. Let me know if you cannot open it. Asking for access. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, take this one. You should be able to open it now. Can you open it? What happens when you click on it now? Anybody? Yes, you can open it. Fantastic. We will start here, all on the same page. It's going to answer a lot of questions. It's very confusing with the ingredients and the wording and the messaging. So we're just going to start at the beginning of this. What I decided was that there are 4 things that our skin does. The first one is it resets. When your skin is mad at you, you need a reset on your skin. You want it to be calm and hydrated, and you want to protect the barrier. So that's the first foundation of everything. Your barrier, the outside of your skin being healthy, is more important than anything else. If it's compromised, nothing else can work. So what do we do for the barrier? It's going to give us a huge list of ingredients. What I want you to do is I want you to scroll down past the 10 steps, and you're going to get to a point that says ingredient vocabulary. What page is this? I think it's page 1, 2. I think it's on the 3rd page. If you scroll down to ingredient vocabulary, we're going to start there. We're going to start backwards because I think we need a shared vocabulary to be able to talk about skincare in like a normal way. So what is the barrier? Since everybody's talking about the barrier, it is simply the outermost protective layer of skin. And when it's healthy and intact, everything else can absorb and perform better. And when it's compromised, nothing else can work. It's constantly going to be fighting for protection. The skin is like your biggest organ on your body, and it has a lot of jobs. Think about all the things it has to do to protect us from everything out there, from, touch, heat, everything. So the barrier has to be protected. The next word that we're going to talk about is ceramides. You hear a lot about it. Peptides and ceramides, they kind of go together. The ceramide is the lipid. It's the fat. It makes up a large part of the barrier and holds the skin together and prevents the moisture from escaping. When the barrier is depleted, the ceramides help to rebuild it. So think of the ceramides as like building blocks that are protecting the outer layer of skin. The next word in our vocabulary is humectant. Anytime we talk about a humectant, that is an ingredient that draws moisture into the skin and holds it there. So that's when you hear about hyaluronic acid, glycerin, things that bring water to your skin are humectants. If anyone has questions, stop me, because I'm just going to kind of read through these. The next one is hyaluronic acid. And although we see it in a lot of places, what does it do? It can hold water up to 1,000 times its weight in water. And it draws moisture into the outer layers of the skin. So you're trying to get the water to pull into your skin. Okay? That's what hyaluronic acid does. And it will hold more of that water and keep it there. There's another kind of acid called polyglutamic acid. It's kind of this new generation of humectants that they're talking about. And it's more than just hyaluronic acid. It actually puts like a little bit of a film on the skin, so it makes it even slower for that evaporation. Because think about like if you put a pot of water outside and it all starts to evaporate. That's why we all need humidifiers in the wintertime when it's really, really dry. Your skin feels that. So by giving it the polyglutamic acid, that's even better than the hyaluronic because it'll draw water in and it will hold it better because it's going to give your skin a little bit of a film. The next word on here, do I have? Oh, shoot. There's one that's not on here that I really love. It's beta-glucan. And beta-glucan also does what polyglutamic acid does, and it kind of creates that little bit of a film also. Really good at holding water into the skin. So the important thing to know about humectants is that there are lots of different things that can keep and bring the water into your skin. And the outside of your barrier right here is what's trying to keep everything from coming out. When you hear about people who are slugging at nighttime, they're putting an occlusive layer on top of their skin that nothing can get out. You're trying to hold the serums in and your hydration in while you sleep. Because when you sleep, your skin goes through that whole resting and rejuvenating period where it can actually do the work that it needs to do. Sleep is more important than you guys can even imagine. If you scroll to the next page, the next one is niacinamide. I'm going to give this to you in a much prettier way, I promise. But right now, I'm sorry, these are like my notes for the website, but I feel like reading it helps. Niacinamide is vitamin B3, and the reason why it's in products is so that it can brighten the skin, help manage oil production. It supports the barrier and reduces the appearance of uneven skin tone. It's one of the most versatile, well-researched ingredients available at every price point. And that is why you see it in so many things, because it's not expensive to make, not expensive to include. And what you need to know is that when you see an advertisement for something, lately it's almost like the titles of things are like a Google search. Your sleep is terrible. My sleep is horrendous right now. And I can see it. Like, I can see that my skin looks tired today. It just does. Everybody has days like that. You know, when you're like, oh, I just did not have a very good skin day. Or you're like, oh, I had a really good skin day today. It's usually how much water you're holding into your skin. A peptide. This is one that is very overused. It's like a generic word. What they are they're short chains of amino acids, and they talk to the skin cells. And what they do is they signal the peptides. They tell the skin to produce collagen and elastin. So think of them as like the boss. They're bossing them around. You guys get going, start making that collagen and elastin for this nice lady. Make her look beautiful. The carrier peptides deliver minerals like copper, like you hear about copper peptides. It's a biggie right now. There are 3 different kinds of peptides. You've got a signal peptide, which says make the collagen and elastin. You have the carrier peptide that delivers the minerals where they need to go. And then you have the third kind, an enzyme inhibitor peptide, which slows the breakdown of existing collagen. So what you have that's good. The neurotransmitter inhibiting peptides target expression lines. When you hear about wrinkles and lines and peptides, this is the one that they're talking about. Neurotransmitter inhibiting peptides target expression lines. Each type does something different. Peptides is not one ingredient, it's a whole family. So it's important to know that there are 3 kinds. And it's important to know that you don't have to keep track of that, because I have come up with something that's going to keep track of it for you. Work with me for a sec. So peptides, I kind of took out copper peptides. Well, I'm glad, Lisa. It's one of the most biologically active peptide forms. It supports collagen production, healing, and skin cell communication. It's a genuine, it actually signals, the ingredient signals your skin to do things. I have a copper peptide serum that was not expensive. It's this beautiful blue color. I'm going to show you all of my products another night, because my products are not necessarily going to be yours, but I can only speak to the ones that I've tested. I think I've tested like 50 products so far. It might be more. And not just like at a store, like in my home. Like I had to clean out cabinets and start over. The next kind of ingredient that you hear a lot about now are epidermal growth factors. You hear a lot about growth factors. Growth factors are fantastic, blah, blah, blah. It's a protein that signals cells to regenerate and produce collagen. Like, please regenerate my skin. Please let me make collagen. That's fantastic. One of the most powerful signal ingredients available topically. That's a key word. We are going to see a lot of ingredients right now. And depending on the delivery system, they have to be able to get into the skin. The molecule has to be small enough to get into the skin. Some of these ingredients that they're putting into our products are too big to do anything than go beyond the surface. So if you're trying to get something to an inner part of your skin and you're only getting to the outer part of your skin, you need a delivery system. One of the things that they've invented recently is the invention of a liposomal molecule. Basically, it's like a fat molecule, and it takes that other thing inside to where it can do some work. So they're using different delivery systems like, hey, you guys come on over here in my car and we're going to jet on through to the layer of skin that we're working on. So they are making progress, but growth factors and peptides, I need to incorporate them efficiently. And who knows how to do that? First of all, just because something says that it has it in it, doesn't mean that it says it has it in it, it's going to go where it needs to go, and it's enough of it for it to do something. And our country in particular, in the US, we have not had updated guidelines from our FDA in so long. Other countries have amazing sunscreens that we can't use. We have to buy them from other countries because they're so much better than the ones that we have here. It is what it is. The Korean stuff is coming. It's not expensive and it works. And when I explain all of this and you guys get this all going, you are going to find every product that you want in whatever delivery system you want at any price, within reason. Some things are extremely expensive and some things are just not. But I really feel like with Korean skincare, it doesn't get obnoxiously bad like it can here. After epidermal growth factor, there are growth factors. Those are proteins that signal to the skin that they need to repair and regenerate. And you're going to see a lot of that right now. And they're using, when you hear the word bioidentical, it means in a lab, they've been able to create something that is like our own skin, bioidentical, but they're making it in a lab. And the good thing about this is that sometimes the things that they're making are smaller. And smaller means it can get through more layers to get to where we actually make the elastin and the collagen that make us have, you know, full and happy faces. PDRN, this is the big one. This is the one that I'm microneedling with. When you put on a PDRN mask, it does lots of things that are temporary to your skin. Your skin's going to look brighter. It's going to be more plump. It's going to be hydrated. It's really a nice one, like if you're going to be going out that night to do a mask of PDRN, because it really perks up the skin. PDRN topically is different than what it does inside. Inside, when you microneedle, it's going to a different layer. So it really does help you make collagen and elastin. And that's what my biggest thing is just the fact that my skin has slowed down so much that I'm literally forcing it into this micro injury where the PDRN goes with the needle. So the needle goes in, and then she's putting the serum on, and the little channels are on my face, and it's going inside to the inner layers. Now, y'all don't have to do that. No one has to do anything. If you want to use PDRN topically, it's going to have a different effect than it would in the skin. You just need to know that. Exosomes, this is another big one. Even like the Inky List, I think, has an exosome now. These are tiny messenger particles that carry a signal between cells to support and regenerate and deliver technology in newer repair products. Exosomes are changing the way topical ingredients can help us make collagen and elastin and support the barrier and have this happy, harmonious skin that can do all of its jobs. Our job is simply to make sure our skin can do its job. That's all skincare is. It's looking at your skin, seeing what it is you're lacking in, what you need to add to it, what you need to do to make your skin happier. If your skin's unhappy, you got to start fresh, and we're going to go through that in a second. DNA repair enzymes. This is new, and I have to tell you that when I first read about it, I thought that it was not real. It is very real. There's a company that I bought it from called Photozyme. Photozyme has taken DNA repair enzymes and put them into a topical that you can put on your skin. Some people do like very shallow microneedling with it, but the coolest thing about DNA repair enzymes is that they're actually the first thing ever that can go in and repair damage that you've done in the past, like your sun damage, like all of our sunspots, like all the damage that we did to our skin from laying out in the sun. There's finally an ingredient now in real life called a DNA repair enzyme. You will start seeing it in more places. And it works on that sun damage that we've done. And hello, like I should probably be bathing in it at this point because I did so much sun damage to myself. We didn't know. I hate this lipstick, you guys. I just want to say that also. I absolutely am taking it off. I need hydration. This is not hydrating. No, it's, if you like a super hydrated lip and you want to use these, you're going to have to put something on like underneath that's like a balm, and then put the, you know, the matte blurry stuff like on top. It'll be much better. I'm just going to put some chapstick on. So DNA repair enzymes are new, and we're going to start seeing them. Just think, repair my sun damage. That's all you need to know about that one. The next one is retinol. This is a hot topic right now. One of the most studied things in skincare is vitamin A. Vitamin A is retinol, retinaldehyde. There are different forms of retinol. There's retinol with an O, there's retinal with an A, and there's retinoids. There's a whole group of bakuchial things that are claiming to be retinoids. They're not. They are a plant-based, we hope, it's going to help something with aging, has not been proven. It's its own thing. Stop calling yourself a retinol. It may be a good ingredient, but it's not a retinol. A retinol is vitamin A. And what happens is, depending on what you're putting on your skin, whether it's tretinoin, that's what a lot of people get from their doctors. There's different percentages of it. You can do 0.25, 0.05, and 0.1. And then there are some over-the-counters like adaptoline you'll see. There's a lot of different retinoids out there, but retinoids basically are vitamin A, and they convert into your skin, and it is one of the only things that's been proven to accelerate cell turnover, so make the skin make new skin faster, and getting rid of the old skin. Like, you hear a lot about people peeling and shedding when they first start taking the tretinoin, putting it on at night, that it's drying them out, that they can't stop peeling. Your skin goes through this like craziness, and underneath here is the tretinoin with the numbers and all that. It's all basically one thing. It is the one studied thing that we know can change your skin. That's it. It's the only one. And now we have DNA repair enzymes. Those will help you with your sun damage. All of these other ingredients that we have here, they all have a job. And this is all going to fit into a very nice, neat box. And it's all going to be manageable because I've developed a tool that you can use in AI where you don't have to do anything except copy and paste it, put your pictures in, answer 3 questions, and you are going to get your own customized thing. It's very cool, and I'm very excited about it. You don't have to know a lot about all of this because you have a phone. And it doesn't matter if you're using the free version of whatever, it's going to answer questions for you. So I want everybody to feel good about that. We're not going to have like a test on these or anything. I am putting like a little cheat sheet together that'll just give you, like, when you're in Sephora, you can like look at your phone and, you know, like check out the ingredients and stuff. That's coming too. I'm trying to make this all accessible, easy, understanding it down to, I don't care if it takes us 10 weeks. We are going to get through all of this, and you're going to feel so much more in control. You know, like, it's not something that they're doing to you anymore. It's like, sorry, but I don't need that. I already have that. And you're going to see how cool the tool is. It's going to show you where you can save money, and it's just a good one. Okay. Fermented ingredients. You guys have seen SK2. That's a fermented essence. Tatcha has a fermented essence. The fermentation process helps the barrier. So galactomyces, which is the one that Molly told us about, it's the special ingredient that's in the sake that they used in the Pitera, I think is the one that it's called, in SK2 Pitera. There are so many of these ingredients. A lot of things that coming out of Korea right now are these little pads. The second one on there says Bifida Ferment. Let me tell you, you take a pad of that and you put that on your skin, and it's got one side that's a little bit bumpy, not crazy, just sort of textured. And the other side is sort of more flat. You do the more textured side first, and then you go over it again with the other one. You go to put your foundation on, and you're like, whoa, what the heck? That was like amazing. So it's very good for the barrier, and it makes you feel really smooth, and it's so nice. Kombucha, another fermented thing. All these things in food that we're learning are kind of also translating to the skin. And all of these fermented ingredients can feed the microbiome. I know this is going to gross people out, but have you ever seen a whale like in the water? And it's got like little things growing all over it and little fish that swim around it and help it out. Well, our skin has that. Our skin has a microbiome that actually is part of our protection. And you have to feed the microbiome. I know this like sounds really yucky, but you want it because you want a strong barrier. You want to be able to keep what you have for as long as possible. You want longevity. You have to support the skin. All these things are going to help support it. So when we talk about fermented ingredients, it's usually your toner step. If you've heard of toner, I'm not saying that all toners are fermented, but like the Lactomyces and Bifida ferment and kombucha, I have all three of them. I want to say that they're like in the $20 to $30 range. I mean, and you get a lot. And all this does is feed the barrier. And when the barrier's happy, you get to do other things besides protect the barrier. It's like gives your skin a chance to do the work. If it feels protected and it is protected, it can do the work. The next one that you're going to see is one that you're going to love if you have hyperpigmentation or melasma. Tranexamic acid is something that targets pigment, and it's in a lot of products now. Dr. Malaxin has like a whole line of tranexamic acid products. Usually you'll have a pigment product with something that's very calming, like an allantoin, something like that. But tranexamic acid is something that you can use on your skin to help even your tone. So like my sun damage, a lot of it, I don't know if I was like sunburned on the side or whatever it was, but like I have a lot of it over here. And I've been using on my rotation some tranexamic acid to test it out. And it's helping brighten up my skin. It's a very exciting ingredient. It's not expensive and it's accessible. The next one on here is squalane, and that's in a lot of products these days. It is a plant-derived lipid, so it's a fat, closely mimicking what the skin naturally produces. And when I said biomimetic, you're going to see a lot of that right now. They're trying to produce things that are just like our skin because it recognizes it. Have you guys heard about like the vampire facials where they take your blood and they, put it back onto your skin? It's yours. So when your skin gets it on the top like that, it's like all you. Like there's no rejection that's happening. It's a matchup with your DNA. Squalane is a fantastic fat that you can get into your skin that doesn't feel greasy, and it works at all price points, which is so nice. You'll see squalane in tons of products. There's beta-glucan. It's a polysaccharide that hydrates, soothes, and quietly supports the barrier. I love that, quietly. One of the most underrated barrier ingredients available. I have an essence and a serum from the brand Iunik, IUNIK. My skin this winter did so much better than it has in the past because I added beta-glucan to my hydration that I've been trying to get. So it's just one of those. NAD plus is another one that you're going to be seeing a lot of lately. I have Do I have it here? Nambuzin is the brand, and this is NAD plus 50 peptides topically. But I want you guys to, like, I'm afraid to take this out of the box because you have to put on like a whole strap and like it like firms you up. But I'm gonna need a special occasion for this one. You get premium lifting and glowing skin with the lifting band. So I'll let you know how that goes. I also bought the serum, so I'm just kind of trying out the ingredient. It's a coenzyme that supports cellular energy production. It's a modern signal ingredient that works at the energy level. It's kind of new and sort of vague right now. It's like, yeah, we know it's good, but we're not really sure why, but do it with your peptides because it's so great. Okay, I'll try whatever. Occlusive is something that seals. You can be on whatever camp you want to be on. Nobody has to die on any hills here. If you like Vaseline and you're okay with things that have petrochemicals, Vaseline is your thing. If you are not, you have to use some kind of an alternative. Most of the time, they don't do a full occlusion the way that a petrolatum product can. There is, no, it's in the other room. The brand Prequel. Guys, Prequel's doing a lot of stuff for not a lot of money, and it's very interesting. And I've actually started watching her videos because she evaluates a lot of skincare. Interesting stuff. She might be one of the best deals around for a lot of things. For some things, you're going to find that when you feed it into your AI assistant, it's not as heavy of a hitter as you would think. One of the things that I learned was that some ingredients do really, really well if they have other ingredients with them. And there are certain ingredients that if you put them together at the same time, it can either be not good for your skin or they cancel each other out, and why bother? So all of those things are plugged into this AI thing that I've developed for you guys. It's going to figure all of that out for you. I'm pretty, I was very anti-AI. I have to tell you, like, the whole thing kind of freaks me out. I just think about like iRobot every single time that somebody talks about AI, but I'm trying to embrace it. And I've kind of gone from ChatGPT to Claude. Claude can help you make slides and do things on the computer and stuff. It can help you work. And ChatGPT can answer questions. Gemini can answer questions. It's the way that a lot of people will be shopping now is through AI, because you're just going to say, I need a cool skin tone, skin tint with medium coverage that's got squalene in it and doesn't, have a scent or whatever. And your AI can do that. Like, it can figure it all out. One of my favorite things to do is I don't put the name of the product on there. I just copy the whole entire ingredient list and throw it into AI and let it analyze it for me. And it's fascinating. And what I've done is I've given it parameters. So it's going to all go into like a very neat little understandable thing that we can all handle. And I'm excited about it. You're going to hear about transepidural water loss. Your epidermis is your outer skin, and the evaporation that's happening, the losing the water coming out. That's why we put the occlusive on. That's why people slug, to keep what you have, all that hydration, all those serums, everything inside your skin doing the work instead of evaporating. Fairy dusting. This is the term that they use when you see an ingredient list that is just peppered with like everything in the whole world. This one thing has everything in it. It can't have everything in it all working together at the level that it needs to be in order to work on your skin where it can go. There's a lot of things that are happening, and there's a lot of smoke and mirrors. That is fairy dusting. It's when they try to use those big words that are buzzwords, and we are going to be not fooled anymore about any of it because there's no hiding from it anymore. I like that. This sounds so awesome. Me too. I am prejudiced against AI, though I appreciate it in Google, but AI in general. I mean, it's weird, right? Like, first of all, I'm still like, someone just sent me a video of the show Friends that we all watched. And instead of talking to each other, they have them all on their phones, like in all these different scenes. And you're like, it looks like every coffee shop in the whole world right now. No one is looking up anymore. I worry about this generation. Like, I worry that they cannot communicate. Like, how, like, have you ever watched one of the Gen Z kids, and I'm calling them kids, they're in their 20s or whatever now, but order a pizza on a phone? Like, where they have to call and actually order the pizza, or call and make a reservation somewhere, or call and do something. They like texting. My husband was always like, I don't get it. Like, they had to write letters, and then the telephone got invented and you could just hear people. And you didn't have to type things to them anymore. And now we're back to typing again when we could like actually see them. It's weird. It's a weird thing. Bioidentical. That's another word that I've been using. That's the structural part where it's identical to something in the skin, made in a lab. It's supposed to be more compatible, and the skin recognizes it, meaning there is no starting and stopping of the two things meeting up, your skin and the ingredient. Proprietary complex. Lots of fancy brands have proprietary complexes. What that means is they have a special brew, a special potion of herbs and flowers and this and that, and we're not going to tell you what's in there because it's very, very special. And they'll give it a name, and literally you'll have no idea what's in it. They don't have to disclose it because it is proprietary. And what you need to know is, if you like the skincare and you don't care, great. But if you want to know as much as you can about the skincare that you're putting on your skin, proprietary complexes stop you from finding out what is in your skincare. Not that it's dangerous. It's just that you can't predict what it is you're putting on your skin. You don't know how it's going to interact with anything else that you're putting on your skin. That bothers me. But there are places that have proprietary complexes that I have had great success with. Vintner's Daughter, it's a big one. There are parts of recipes where they'll say like herbal blah blah blah, and they don't have to tell you what the herbal blah 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 is because it's proprietary. So you just need to know that that is kept behind a wall. You don't get to see that. They tell you that it's there. They may tell you it's from the garden or whatever. I don't know like what the fancy perfume houses say now. Like, I think Dior used to talk about it was from the garden and blah, blah, blah. Yes, all of that. That's proprietary. We don't get to find out. Skin flooding is the practice of layering thin amounts of hydration, lots of different kinds. So we talked about hyaluronic acid. We talked about beta glucan, squalane, all these things that are bringing hydration to the skin. Now, the confusing thing is that there are water, like a drink of water, and then there are like the fats. And those are two different things, even though you're going to get a plumping effect. One actually fills you up. You're drinking it into your skin. It's the water. And the skin flooding helps replenish the water loss that you're having. Anybody have any like crazy big questions, or is this helpful? Any feedback, anything? Because these are pretty much the words that we're seeing across the board. I've been walking around stores and taking pictures of labels and trying to figure out exactly what it is that I needed to be able to tell my program for you so that it can account for all of these things. Okay, scroll back up to the top. Thank you, Jacqueline. And we'll go over this again. It's not going to all happen tonight. I'm going to need to digest this because I can already tell that like I need to like make things for you that are pretty. And I want people to have them, and I want you to be able to pick them up on your phone and look at them and use them. What I came down to is that there are 4 things that our skin does. The first thing is reset. We're going to get calm, we're going to hydrate, and we're going to protect the barrier. When things are bad, you reset. All you do is no actives and concentrate on the barrier. That's it. Your barrier is number 1. This is the foundation. When your barrier is healthy, everything else works better. When it's compromised, nothing performs the way it should. Reset products belong in every single routine, every single day. There are great lines now with no actives. The one that I have had the most luck with my skin type and my skin preferences, I really like Acetura. There's another one out there called First Aid Beauty. They have no actives. It is just for strengthening the barrier. All the Acetura products. Now, Acetura just came out with some Cica. And Cica, there are 3 kinds. We're going to talk about it. Don't worry. All you need to know right now about Cica is that it's calming and it helps redness. So anybody with rosacea is going to like this conversation. There is one kind of Cica that helps to reduce redness. And they have these pads now that are made by them. And you put them on your skin. If you have very, very red cheeks or very, very red nose and you're suffering from rosacea, because I know it's a struggle for people, it will take your skin down, hello hot flashes, 10 degrees. That's literally without menthol. It's not like you're putting like peppermint on your face, actually reducing the temperature in your skin. And I've seen a couple other products that are like that. It must be one of those new up and coming ingredients. But you've got to find yourself a good cream that you like the feel of that has no actives in it. And the number 1 cream, the number 1 product in Korea right now is still Acetura, because the barrier in Korea, they have known for a long time, is number 1. So they've all been developing products with that in mind. And this says with ceramides powered by lipid complex. And you'll see that a lot in Korean things, proprietary ingredients. But in Korea, they have to prove that things are what they say they are. So if you're going to say you're a moisturizing cream that strengthens the barrier, you have to prove that, or your product does not get to go to market. And dermatologists there use this. It is so good. You already printed it out. Yay, Judy. Ace-Tura is one to look at. And if you suffer from rosacea, help is on the way. And it's not expensive. And we're going to help your rosacea more than you've had relief ever. I've really helped my redness substantially. And it's exciting. So when you're resetting your skin, you're looking for things that say things like ceramides, hyaluronic acid. So these are all the things that we've talked about. The things that are going to hydrate. You've got your polyglutamic acid. That was the one that makes the little film. We have the glycerin. That is an old school ingredient. We used to have it like in every single lotion that we have. It's still a winner. Panthenol is another great one for that. Centella asiatica is another way to say cica, but there are 3 kinds. And in this case, we're talking about the one that's going to help the barrier. Beta glucan we talked about, and squalene we talked about. So all of those things you can use to calm the barrier. No peptides, no retinols, nothing that's signaling or doing anything. All we want to do is get things back to like square one. The next, that's one of the 4. Okay, so get the barrier going. That's number 1. If you're losing the barrier, you got to take a break day and get back to the barrier. It's all about that. And when you talk about longevity, the thing that they say helps longevity the most is having a happy barrier. So that's like exciting. Bye, Felice. Good night. Okay, so the second thing that our skin does is signal. Okay? When we are in a signal state, that's when you're getting your peptides. Those are those little amino acids that are delivering information and telling them what to do. They're bossy. The growth factors and the cellular communication, that's that NAD50. So you've got these 3 different kinds of ways that we can tell the skin to make collagen and elastin and turn over. Get cell turnover going, get things moving a little bit faster, get things rolling. Because when you get older, your skin is slowing down and doing less. And we have so much less estrogen, it just tanks at a certain point. And because of that, you can also speak with your dermatologist or gynecologist or your internal medicine doctor about hormones. That is off my plate, but it is available. Repair. So right now, I just had microneedling a week ago. My skin right now is going through that regenerating and remodeling phase. Like I'm not swollen anymore. I'm not hot. I still am wearing purple eyeshadow because I have one bruise that was extra bad. I forgot to stop taking my aspirin, a couple days before, and I bruised more this time. That's on me, not her. But I healed up really quickly again. I mean, within 2 days, I was great. And I'm having what I feel are good results from this. I mean, I can see a difference in my skin. So for me, it's really worth it. But I'm not telling anybody else that they should go and put needles in their face. That's not my bag. It's one way that you can signal, but there's lots of things that you can do with your dermatologist. There's lasers, and there's a whole menu of things. All we're talking about is the at-home stuff right now. So the signaling skincare are the epidermal growth factors, the peptides, the copper peptides, the signal peptides, the ones that tell you to make collagen elastin, the cellular communication one, the NAD+, and then you have your fermented ingredients also are helping signaling. So all of those signals are going to tell your skin to do things. The next one is repair. Now, your skin, your skincare doesn't do things to your skin. It supports the jobs your skin already does, but that's slowed down with age, hormonal change, and environmental exposure. So pretty much what I just said. Repair products address the barrier restoration. So when your barrier's out of whack, like if you get dehydrated or too much sun, your pigment regulation, so like how even your skin is and the sunspots, that kind of thing, and the collagen maintenance and cellular renewal. And we know that like we love exfoliating because we love getting rid of that dead skin, have like fresh new skin. All of those things, that's part of repair. You can use PDRN to help repair. And it's really and truly, I think, such a fantastic ingredient when used in the way that you think it's being used. Exosomes. That's the little delivery system. Think of it as like our DoorDasher, getting in there, bringing the stuff that we're not able to get there. The DNA repair enzymes, the ones that are repairing your sun damage. The Bifida ferment, that microbiome feeding. The niacinamide, that one had like a whole list, brightening. I mean, it does everything. Tranexamic acid, that's for the pigmentation, melasma. There's a new one called calcium complex, and that's what this Dr. Malaxin brand is concentrating on. And this is coming to Ulta, which is exciting. Their eye patches, you guys, are my favorite thing I think that I found from K-Beauty, probably. These are, I'm going to actually tell you about this one because when it comes out, I want you to get them. The Dr. Malaxin calcium, I can never say this word. It's like cement. Seminrete calcium volume patches. Inside of this, you have a sealed cap, and everything comes with little tweezers and stuff. Of course, I don't have one sitting right here, but I'm going to show you what these look like. So inside here, you have these like jelly-like eye patches. I use them on my smile lines. I use them here. I use them down here. And I let them go. Like I'll get out of the shower and I'll, like put on my top or whatever so that I don't have to put anything over my head. And I slap those babies on before I do like my regular skincare and put makeup on. And let me tell you, my skin looks so much better when I am using these. It just firms. Even if it's temporary, I don't care. It is like, you feel like, okay, it's not as bad today. Like, it's a little bit better. I don't think that the stick is like miraculous, but I do think that these are, and I like the cream a lot. The one thing that I wasn't impressed with from this part of the line was the calcium dark spot cover. It's kind of patchy. I thought it was going to be more like a color corrector, but I don't know. It's just not as pretty on the skin as some of the other correctors that I've been using. And so I'd rather just use their regular eye cream than my regular corrector, even though it's an option. Personal preference. We're going to talk a lot about personal preference. The last thing that we're doing with our skin, so we're either resetting it because things are gone haywire, or we're telling it it's in a good place, so it's time to get to work, or uh-oh, we need to repair. We got some things going on here that we have to fix. Hey, Mal. There's new calcium EFG factor from them in that line. Growth factor and calcium. Let me have both. Thank you. That's so exciting. Molly, send me that. Send me that. Wherever that it is. I need it. I need to get it like now. So the last one is remodeling. And basically, that's the retinoids because those have been proven. We know that it turns over the cells. And we know that exfoliation does that. So we talk about renewal, and these create the real measurable change over time. It requires recovery days to work safely. What do I mean? What you're looking at right now on my skin is actually the result of microneedling. When you do something to your skin, when you deliver it an ingredient, or when you do a treatment, part of it is afterward. It's like when you do like gym days, you have days where you're going to like really push yourself. And then you have the off days because your body needs a chance to recover. Think about a marathon runner. They're doing a little bit every single day, but they do take their breaks to make sure that everything is in working order. With remodeling, it's almost like, hey, here's the part you see, but the real magic happens back here where you can't see. And if you don't give your skin the time that it needs to act on what you did, you might as well not have done it at all. And you have to feel good about the days where you're not using actives because you're letting the other things go. It's really like just goes against everything that we've always heard with, use the products, use this, do that, blah, 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 blah. Everybody's throwing all these things at you. There are days where you have to say, you know what? We're going to get hydrated. We're going to put some Astura on, get our sunscreen on because that's a non-negotiable. And that's it. That's all you're doing. You're not going to give it peptides. You're not going to look for ceramides. You're not going to look for growth factors or copper. Only things you're going to do are for the barrier. So you go back to the barrier. You're like, okay, I've got the fermented ingredients for sure. Get those ceramides, very basic. So these 4 things are what everything fits into. All the steps either fall under the remodeling, which is the turnover, the repairing, the signaling, or the resetting. And the AI tool will put them into those categories for you. So what I've developed is using the next part of this, which I'm going to say we're not going to do tonight. There are 10 steps, unless you want it. If you guys want to play with the thing, I'm happy to give it to you. There are 10 steps that can happen in a skincare routine. The first one we talked about, the first cleanse, take off the makeup. The second cleanse, clean the skin. The third thing that you're doing is the hydration prep. Now, this is the toner. This is the one that allows the other things, that sponge, that hard sponge that we talked about, You want that soft because you want that hydration to go in. You want to be able to use those layers and build up the layers of hydration, get a nice plump skin that's juicy and like happy and young looking. The preparing your skin for what's coming next is so important. It's not one that I skip. Okay, I'm just saying that. Everybody can do them. I will not skip the opportunity for things to do a better job just by spraying my face. To me, it seems like a good trade-off. The essences, those are the lighter layers of hydration that you're putting on, these fluid kind of things where you're actually really feeling the water. The treatment is your primary active. What do I mean? Are you working on elasticity? Are you working on wrinkles and fine lines? Are you working on pigmentation? What is your goal? And depending on what it is, you get to pick one. I'm going to say there are no rules, but the research now shows, and I will bring in some evidence for this, that yes, some ingredients work better together, like a synergistic effect. You get better ingredient because of each other. Think about vitamin C. You always see it with E and ferulic. A lot of those vitamin C, E, ferulic, serums. They work better when they work together. Choosing one thing to work on and not putting on 6 different kinds of serums because you have them. They work against each other, cancel each other out, too many signals, confusion. Your body doesn't know what to do with all of it. If you're sending one signal and you're sending it well, it's a good ingredient deck. It's at an efficacious level, whatever that is, whatever the threshold is of what, let's say it needs to be at 12% to be effective. It's there. So you want to give that thing that you bought and this thing that you're working on a chance to work. So you just work on one thing at a time, which I think is kind of brilliant. And it's not like you have to do it the whole week. You can trade off and you can do AM, PM, but give yourself one thing to focus on. And the rest of it is just like hydration and keeping everything all in. You decide what you want. What's bugging you the most? I'll tell you, for me, it's elasticity. Like, it was the wrinkles, and now I'm like, fuck the wrinkles. I'm like, I just need more stretch, like more lift. So everybody's going to have their thing. People who have melasma will tell you there is nothing worse than hyperpigmentation. People who have rosacea will say there's nothing worse than rosacea. Everybody has their thing. You kind of know what your thing is. I just have like so many things now that it was getting very confusing. And I think I wasn't getting results because I was giving it too many signals. So we're going to tone it down. Advanced support. That's a complementary serum or ampule that deepens the work of the treatment without competing with it. That's the synergy that I was talking about. Things that work well together. The AI tool that I've made will do that for you. It will group those things together for you, so you don't have to worry about it. The next one is moisturizer and barrier. So you're going to want to seal the deal, get everything that you put on your skin to stay where it is. That's why we put moisturizer on. This is not an optional thing, even for oily skin. We can find lighter weight things. Everybody's going to have a preference. I prefer a balm. A lot of people prefer a lotion that's lighter. Some people are right in the middle, a cream. you're going to find what you like. And it's usually like dry skin people, oily skin people, but feel is a lot of skin. Like when I start feeling dried out, I'm like, oh God, like I hate that feeling. Like there's nothing worse to me than the dry lip thing that I'm going through right now. And it's just constant. Spoiler alert, if I was smart, I would be spraying my lips and then putting this on to keep the hydration in there, but their lips, they don't have the little pores. Okay, face oils. Now, an oil has to go underneath the moisturizer. I don't know why this is in the wrong order right now. Oh, no, it is. It's not. Sorry. We don't have the occlusion there. If you're putting an oil on during the day, it would go underneath your moisturizer. You're always going from thinnest to thickest. And your AI tool will tell you what order to do your skincare. It will take care of that for you. So you don't have to think about, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what order to put this on. Which thing is this for? I don't know. All of that gets taken care of. The one thing that is an absolute non-negotiable, you might as well just do nothing, literally. If you're not using SPF when you're outside, doesn't matter if it's sunny, it doesn't matter if it's raining, it doesn't matter if it's winter, it doesn't matter. You should be wearing sun protection. And not just for looks. Skin cancer is at an all-time high, and it is you can prevent a lot of it by protecting yourself. And I know that there was a lot of feelings about SPFs. There's a whole camp of people who are like, I only wear physical sunscreens. I only wear the zinc that reflect the sun away from my face. And then there's the other group that's like, well, those really don't look good on makeup. And I don't like the flashback in pictures. And I have dark skin and that stuff is white and there's no way to cover it up. It's like, there's so many camps. Come to camp with some sunscreen. That's all I'm saying. Come to the camp with some sunscreen. I will tell you that I was a former I wear physical sunscreen. If I put this sunscreen on your face right now, this Round Lab Birch Juice wonder of the world, you would not know that it's a sunscreen. You would think that I was putting a luxurious skincare treat on your face. It's so good. It comes in like a 3-pack on Olive Young, and it's amazing. It's very interesting to see what products are selling in Korea and what products are selling outside of Korea. This is both. If you're dry, the Birch Juice Moisturizing UV Lock is worth a look. It really, truly is stunning under makeup. They even have sunscreens now. You know that first Essence one, that spray, it's called D'Alba. They have sunscreens now that they call them tone-ups. So like if you're kind of reddish, they have one that has like a green tint. So it's like wearing like a primer with green. If you're kind of sallow, they have one that's more pink. So they're kind of making these chemical sunscreens more interesting. And there were a lot of bad chemical sunscreens in the United States. What they didn't do was innovate the way that they were in Korea and Australia, because those two places really lead in SPF right now. Australia has the highest skin cancer rate in the world, and Korea is the country in the world that cares most about their skin. And in both places, they have come up with filters that are so much better than the ones that we have. Okay, I know this was like a lot, And we're going to break it down step by step. I promise you, you're going to feel a whole lot better about it. It is completely optional. I have developed an AI tool that literally all you have to do is take photos of your skincare. It usually AI will see like about 4 of them. You're going to have to check it and make sure that the list is correct, that when it shows you the names of all of your products, just double check and make sure that it got everything into its memory so that it's on the list. And by the way, save the list away from AI. AI forgets things. AI makes mistakes. AI loses things. AI gets confused. AI is not reliable. I always back up whatever it is by asking for a summary. I save that. And then I copy and paste the whole thing into a Google Doc. And every few days I'll dump some of them, like so that I at least have like backups of the things that I'm working on. It's not reliable in that way. What is reliable is your mind. You know what your products are. You're going to look, you're going to see everything. It is going to sort everything out for you. It's going to tell you which of the 4 pillars it's going into. So, which is it, a reset, a signal, a repair, or a remodel? If it's more than one, it's going to take the one that likely is the strongest. It'll be higher up on the ingredient list, or the percentage of the ingredient that works is whatever it assumes is the number 1 job. It'll put it there. It will show you where you have overlapped. So if you're buying skincare and you keep buying skincare that does the exact same thing, but you're using both of them at the same time, you're wasting your money. So it will tell you if you have overlapped. It will tell you if you're having a whole lot of hyaluronic acid and maybe you're lacking in the beta-glucan and the polyglutamic acid and other humectants. It will find the holes for you, but the other thing it will do is it will make the skincare that you have right now without buying anything, it will make it the most effective skincare that it can be. It will meet its full potential of where your skincare right now can take you without buying anything. It will elevate your experience. It will make it so that you are using everything to its best use case that it possibly can. You guys can play with it. I'm going to put them in the chat. You don't have to take it today. You can if you want to. I'm definitely looking for feedback. I've gone through it. I've had some friends go through it. I'd love to know what you guys think. Basically, I just wanted to make things easier. I wanted to be able to go into a store and say, okay, I know that I'm struggling with this. Let's say it's pigment. I'm going to go and find something with tranexamic acid, and I'm going to take a couple of them and, kind of put them over on the side over here in Sephora, take some pictures, feed them into my AI, and figure out for me, texture-wise, what it feels like. And ingredient-wise, if it's something I'm lacking, I'm going to go there. It will also say to you, whoa, you don't like those heavy things. We're going to find something lighter. You can find your ingredient in different parts of the skincare routine. So maybe you can find it in essence. Maybe you can find it in a serum. Maybe you could find it in an ampule, maybe in a moisturizer. There might be different places that you can find that ingredient that you would like better than the one that's in front of you, and it will let you know that. We have a lot of stuff to cover, and this was like a very big glossed over overview of skincare, which is really a tough one to tackle. But I am at the point right now where I'm sick of wasting money. Nobody has money to waste right now. That's the first thing. And I just want my skin to look as good as it can. You know, like I want to be healthy. I care about wellness. I still want to, you know, this birthday for some reason, like definitely hit me hard. You know, we all are, we're getting older. It's what happens. This is my way of taking control. This is my way of saying, this is way too confusing. I know stuff about skincare because I've been watching the darn videos for so long. I didn't know half of this stuff. There is so much information out there that it is overwhelming, and that is why it took me so long to go through it all. It's not a destination. Skincare is not a destination. It is a journey. And you have to make calls all the time. You have to look at your skin and be able to read it. And we're going to talk about reading your skin and the signs that you look for that tell you what direction you should go in. I want everybody to have the best skin possible for as long as possible. The longevity thing is real. It really is. So that's the overview. We're going to break it down. I'm going to talk about what is a toner, what is an essence. I'm going to go back over all the ingredients. I'm going to show you what works well together. I'm going to give you examples of products that you can choose from. I'm going to show you how to compare ingredient decks. We're going to talk about efficacy levels. We're going to talk about testing. One of the things that I have found is that bigger companies can pay for that research and development. And if you're a giant conglomerate and you do research and development in one part of your umbrella, it's going to rain everywhere. It's going to rain at the drugstore. It's going to rain at the department store. It's going to rain at Prestige if it's at Sephora. It is going to make you a little bit crazy when you start to see the connection and how few choices we have. And here's the other thing. In Korea, they have the labs and the manufacturers connected with the government approval so that they can do research and turn out a new product in like 6 months, which is like really, really quick. So when they get new tech and they're all fighting for it really, really hard, which we want them to, the competition is what's making it so good. And the way that they show you what's selling pushes out the product that's never going to come here. And only the stuff that rises to the top gets sold worldwide. So that's a nice thing for us. In Korea, they're kind of doing the dirty work for us. They're giving us at least the best that we think we have. So we're going to go slowly. There's still going to be so much makeup. It's not like I'm doing like all skincare all the time. But skincare, if my skin doesn't look good, my makeup doesn't look good. So I think it's both. And The other thing I want to say is all of the shit that we've been shoveled for so many years about spending more, investing in your face, blah, blah, blah. You can have an effective skincare plan at virtually every price point, with the exception of brand new things that come out. Right now, the epidermal growth factors are expensive. The NAD plus is on the expensive side. Some of the peptides are on the expensive side. There's only one peptide that everybody thinks of when they think about peptides. It's the Allegio peptide. And I'll show you how to read labels to figure it out. I'll show you how to figure out what kind of cica you're looking at, because there are 3. I mean, I'm spent. That was a lot. We're going to drill down. We're going to have a conversation. It's not going to be just me talking. I want you guys to come with all of your skincare questions, and we're going to tackle them together. We all have skin. We all have the same 4 things that our skin basically does. We just like different things, and our skin behaves differently. So there are a lot of options out there, and we're going to find out what those things are and find your best skincare routine for you. The cool thing about the AI tool is that once you start it, it becomes whatever you want it to become, because you are the one asking the questions. You are the one that's going to be pressing it. You are the one that's going to be telling it what it is that you like and don't like, or need and don't need. And it is going to help you so much. This week, the Lipstick Lesbians showed a really scary thing where it was an AI video, but you didn't know it was AI at the beginning. It was 3 like influency looking kind of people that worked at Sephora that were talking about over 40 skincare, and that we're being targeted right now by AI because we don't recognize it as AI because we're moronic Gen Xers. So they're sending videos to us made by AI telling us things that aren't real. And they're targeting us. And I was like, God, I just hate AI and it's so awful. You know what? Make AI be your assistant. You tell AI what you need. You have skincare needs and wants. They're going to deliver it for you. They're going to find the ingredients that work for you. They're going to find the serums that work for you. They're going to be able to check things for safety. You'll be able to ask it down to like, do you think it was made in the same lab? I mean, the information that you can get now from AI is cool. That part of it is really cool and really nice. It's like having super Google all the time, thinking about whatever it is that your little heart desires, whatever it is. So is there anybody that wants to try it now, or do you want to wait? What do you think we should do? Because I will go either way. I feel like you know a little, but I just don't know if you're going to get the full potential of the stuff. What do you guys think? Ugh, I need like water. So much work. Months. I love learning. The day I stop learning is the day that like I'm done. All right, digest it all, guys. We'll come back to it. We'll do a small portion on the next live I'll be able to do another one this week. Not tomorrow because my mom and dad are coming over, but later in the week, either Thursday or Friday, we'll do another one. And I will start to take these things apart with you and really plug in some products because that's like where our context is right now. And then we'll do the app or the AI. Does that sound good? Oh, hashtag best. Somebody's going to win. Let me get the tool.
Or live.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Hashtag best, everybody. Hashtag best. Come on. Y'all want to win some 14 karat gold little goodies. These are beautiful. The single pearl and the clips, the chain link. I love that. It's such a pretty look and it's a real thin, really pretty feminine look. Hashtag best. Come on, Molly. Hashtag best. Rebecca, I haven't seen yours. You guys, everybody hashtag best. Are we ready? Okay. Are we ready? Okay. Share this. Oh, I think I have to share the tab. Let me share the tab. Okay. Are we ready? Go. Are we ready? Judy! I think Judy's gone. We'll get her address. Aw, Judy gets a present. You guys, I'm going to start doing more giveaways because it's really fun. I have like all this stuff that they keep, like this one, I got a box of stuff. I'm not getting like PR at this point, but like I have some like really nice skincare over here and I have some hair stuff and I'm going to do that next. So we're going to do 2 giveaways this week. All right, Judy, you won. You got to send me your address. Do you have Instagram? Judy, you won. Judy gets the gold necklaces. This is so exciting. I love prizes and stuff. It's so fun. Yeah? Ugh. All right, Judy, you have to send me your address, and these will be on their way to you so you can look stunningly gorgeous in your new gold necklaces from Brian Anthony's. Okay? Yay, them. Thank you for them. Oh, yay, Judy won. Okay, I love you all. I am exhausted, and I need to unpack this and rethink. And I used to tell this to the kids too. I was like, not that you guys are kids, but like, I need some time to digest this and think about the best way for me to deliver the information. I feel like at least looking at it today, you kind of get like a little bit of relief. Like you can go, what the hell is a peptide? You know, like, what's an NAD? What'd she say? NAPU, what? All the figuring out will be in the AI tool, which is awesome. All right, you guys. I love you all. Congratulations, Judy. Judy, you won. You won. My. It is such a pleasure. And you guys, this is something that I don't ever want to stop you from sharing. Like when you get this and you've tried it and you want to send it to friends, that's what this is for. This is for building community and empowering other women and helping other people to find their best skincare at whatever price they want in the delivery system that they want. We're all going to do it. And this is for everyone. I want it to be like out there and used by people. All right. Much love. I'll see you guys later in the week. Have a good night. Judy, send me your address. Good night. Bye, guys. Nighty night.